Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I am doing my top 5 movies that deal with mental health. Now, before I give you my list, feel free to share your list down below in the comments of what are your favorite movies that deal with mental health. And don't forget to vote for the Pitching Fan Vote. Now, coming in at number 5 is One Battle After Another. I have had some time to process it, and after seeing it twice and having some time to process, I would say this is one of my favorite movies about mental health. I mean, I think the journey that Leonardo DiCaprio's character goes through in the film is just incredible. And obviously, I loved Sean Penn and Chase Infinity in this movie. However, specifically talking about the mental health side of the film, I mean, just seeing Leonardo DiCaprio's character deal with his mental health addictions throughout the film while raising his daughter, I think, it was just well executed easily. And I just think the story was just so fascinating, especially seeing how Leonardo DiCaprio's character does grow throughout the film, of him trying to find his confidence again. So yeah, I think One Battle After Another was just a great movie about mental health, and it is my 5th favorite. Now, coming in at number 4 is Raging Bull. Now, I think if we're being objective, I think it's actually probably better than the next one, maybe even 2 films on the list. However, if we're just going by favorites, it's my 4th favorite film that deals with mental health. I mean, I've said it before, I think Robert De Niro as Jake LaMotta in this film is the best acting performance of all time, and I still stand by it. And I mean, just the layers to his performance, and just seeing Jake LaMotta's emotional attachments to boxing and his emotional relationship with his brother, I think it was definitely very heartbreaking and gut-wrenching throughout the entire film. However, I think the acting, the writing, and the music was just so good. So yeah, this film, well, it's definitely not a film I see myself rewatching because of how heavy it is. It is an amazing movie, and it is my 4th favorite movie about mental health. Now, coming in at number 3 is The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, I think Raging Bull is probably a better movie than The Wolf of Wall Street. However, personally, I like The Wolf of Wall Street a little more than Raging Bull. But they're still both amazing films directed by, in my opinion, the best director of all time, in Martin Scorsese. I mean, Wolf of Wall Street was just an amazing film. Seeing Jordan Belfort's life, where you see him obviously at his rise of fame, and then you see his personal life crumbling throughout the film. And I think this is Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance. As great as he was in One Battle After Another, I do still think this is his best performance, and he was great in this. I thought his chemistry with Jonah Hill and Margot Robbie was great, and I just thought the story and the directing was just so on point. So yeah, this film was interesting, and I think it is an amazing movie, and it is my 3rd favorite film about mental health. Now, coming in at number 2 is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And similar to Raging Bull, it's definitely not a film I see myself rewatching. However, it is undeniably an amazing film about mental health, and I do love the journey that Randall goes on. And I actually think it's probably the 2nd best acting performance of all time, behind Robert De Niro and Raging Bull. And I think Louise Fletcher played a horrifying yet amazing villain who was absolutely despicable. And I mean, at first you maybe kind of feel bad for her, but by the end you do not feel bad for her one bit. But Louise Fletcher did an amazing job. And I mean, really everyone did an amazing job. Even Christopher Lloyd, who had a bit of a minor role in this, he did an amazing job. And I thought the ending was so powerful, and it is one of my favorite movie endings, and it did cap off what I think is just an amazing movie and it is still one of my all-time favorite movies, and it is my second favorite film about mental health. But my favorite film about mental health is obviously my favorite movie of all time, Fight Club. I mean, Fight Club was just, it's just so good. And I think the story about mental health is part of the reason why it's actually my favorite film, because I just thought it was tackled so well throughout the film. I thought the performances from Edward Norton and Brad Pitt was just amazing. I love how you see Edward Norton's character as, well, narrator and Tyler Durden are technically the same people, but narrator is kind of the good version of him, and Tyler Durden is kind of the guy kind of psychologically controlling him. I do love seeing how, obviously, you start the film and he's in a very strange time in his life, and then you see him hopefully trying to rebuild his confidence, but he just was not able to build his confidence, and he definitely did a lot of psychological and really disturbing things throughout the film. But I do love the journey he went on, and I do love the two personalities, the narrator and Tyler Durden. I think it was done so well. I just think the directing, the acting, the writing, and the story, really everything about this film is just so amazing, and it is my favorite film of all time, so of course it is my favorite film about mental health. Now, thanks for watching. Feel free to share what you think the best, or what are your favorite movies about mental health down below in the comments, and I cannot wait to continue my posting streak. I have been enjoying doing a lot of videos lately. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.